Hi everyone, Liz Treadwell here, and today I'm going to show you how to create a crowdsourcing project on HeroX. So in this view right here, I am currently logged into my HeroX account, and if you are as well, you will see the Launch a Challenge link up here on the left-hand side next to Explore on our header menu. If you don't have a HeroX account or if you're logged out, you will see Launch a Challenge here on the right, I think next to a sign in link. So if you go ahead and click on that link, you'll be taken to the following page. And the first step to create your crowdsourcing project is to select a challenge type. And so this basically allows you to communicate what you're actually seeking to crowdsource, whether that be ideas, products, designs, proof of concepts, or prototypes. Also, selecting something in this step will help us automatically generate a suggested timeline for you. So a timeline meaning when the submission deadline should occur based on your anticipated launch date, when the winner should be announced, and then everything in between. And so you can see on each, below each heading here that there's a short description, so you can see what each one of those means. So we're just going to go ahead and go with ideas for our challenge type. And in step 2, you can start kind of drafting out your challenge overview. So the first field is required, which is your challenge title. You don't need to come up with something super creative at this stage. If you're just trying to kind of get something started, you can put whatever you'd like here, and then you can edit it before you actually go live or launch your crowdsourcing project. So we're just going to make it simple. It's test. The second required field in this step is the challenge categories field. And this is where you can identify the different subject areas that your challenge is related to. You can select up to 3, and this also allows people who are in our HeroX community to come in and filter challenges by certain categories. If you elect a crowd building service with HeroX, we can find users who have put these categories in their own profiles to send them messages about your challenge. And then anyone who's maybe even not in the HeroX community and they come to your challenge, they'll be able to see kind of what it's related to. Below there, you can add your challenge description. This is just a short way for you to explain briefly what your challenge is about and what the goal is. And it's limited to 140 characters, so pretty much the old tweet character length to describe what your challenge is. Once again, this is not a required field, and even if you do put something in here now, you can change it before actually going live. And then the last field in this step is the image. This is just a very template, basic placeholder image, so you can replace it at this step, or you can just go with this for now and then change it once you've actually finished completing your draft. When you're ready, just scroll down to where you see the continue button and then click that. Next up is your problem statement. So the 2 required fields here are the problem statement field as well as the current solutions one. So for problem statement, like it says underneath there, you're basically just going to outline what it is you are trying to solve and why it's important. And then below there, you can list out what the current solutions are. So your problem may or may not actually have current solutions. So if it doesn't, obviously you would put none. And then to kind of build off current solutions, you can add some pain points, which is an optional field. But this basically is where you would outline why the current solutions aren't good enough for what you're trying to accomplish with your challenge. So you can put something in these fields for now, and then you can always edit it later, but this will automatically populate into your overview field, which is the first section that users see when they come to your challenge project page. When you're ready, just click the orange continue button. Oh, gotta put something in there. So that's a good demonstration of if you don't put something in these fields that you will get an error message. Okay, the 4th step is your challenge prize. And so basically this is where you're going to enter in how much you are offering to the winner or winners. And in this field, you're going to want to put the total amount of money that's available to be awarded. Meaning if you have two prizes, maybe a first place that's $8,000 and a second place that's $2,000, you'll want to put $10,000 as the combined total between those two. And of course, it's up to you if you decide that only one winner should be awarded or if multiple winners should be awarded. We always recommend multiple winners just because if people see there's a higher chance for them to possibly win an award, they will be more obviously attracted to submit to that particular challenge. This field also, please note, only accepts numerical characters. So if you have a non-monetary base prize, such as you know, tickets to an event, or maybe some sort of networking opportunity that can't really be translated into dollars, we do have the ability to accommodate those types of prizes. Just reach out to us at gethelp, GETHELP, at HeroX.com, and we can assist in getting that set up for you. All right, and then step 5, like I mentioned earlier, is the challenge timeline. This is where you're going to input the expected launch date, or the date that you'd like your challenge to go live. And so from here, you just click on that blank field and it'll pop up with a calendar. And you can go to the desired month and date that you wish to select. You'll also see that weekends are blanked out. This is a best practice from HeroX. We don't recommend any sort of major milestones in your timeline, like your launch date, your submission deadline, winner announcement, things like that, that they shouldn't occur on a weekend. That's just when people are usually kind of tuned out of this type of stuff. So during the week is usually better to get the most eyes on it. However, if you absolutely must launch on a weekend, just put a date in here. And then once you complete your draft, you'll be able to make those edits within your edit dashboard, which I'll briefly show you at the end here. So you can select a date, and then at the bottom you can select a time. It's in the 24-hour clock, just so you're aware. And then remember to click the apply button so it saves. And then you'll see once you do that, that it actually generates the timeline for you. So this is when we recommend that the submission deadline be, when judging begins and ends, and then when winners should be announced based on what you selected in step 1. It's also pulling in the time zone for whatever you put in either your HeroX profile or what's being detected as your IP address. So any user who comes to your page, all the times and dates will be automatically translated into whatever their current time zone is. And of course, you can actually edit the dates here if there are certain dates that you already have kind of in mind for each of these milestones. You can also go ahead and just continue and then continue editing your timeline once you've completed your draft here. Okay, so once you're ready, click continue one more time. And then you'll know that it's been successfully created if you end up on this page. And then you can continue to edit your challenge by either clicking this link up here or this button. And then you'll see the page. Obviously, this is not public. So like I said, you can kind of just put stuff in those initial 5 steps and then continue to edit it and perfect it as you go along. And then so your edit dashboard, you click on this edit button here to get to it. And you'll see all the steps that you need to complete before your challenge goes live. And then if you want to edit your timeline dates, just go to the timeline section and you'll see them all here, and then you can edit them as well. All right, and that is how you create a crowdsourcing project on HeroX.